I hope we see some tight wheel-to-wheel action down the main straight, circa Mansell and Senna way back in '91, or maybe we'll have a more strategic race here on a track where overtaking can be difficult.
The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Lee. That was a great podium in the last race, so can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race.
Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2.
Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Weber, Alexander Albon, and Butler,
Bottas, Lee,
Leclerc,
and Kevin Magnussen, Raikkonen,
Norris,
Lewis Hamilton, and Grosjean, Ricciardo, Sainz, Lance Stroll,
and Daniel Kvyat.
Gasly and Nico Hulkenberg completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Brilliant stuff from Williams today. What a superb victory.
Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know? I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere, and it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
It looks like it's time once again to hand out the silverware as these successful drivers make their way to the podium. It was a gritty performance today by Williams, and they've got the race win to prove it. So let's review the updated driver standings.
Lee increases their championship lead.
Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Lee. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Williams become the new championship leaders.
Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improve their position at...
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
Do you have any comments about the collisions? Things looked close between you and your rival for a bit, but you came...
Well, thanks anyway.
Great work. That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up. Looks like one of your rivals